Hey guys, what's up? It's Baylor. Just starting my 30-day project here. For my project, I picked How to Talk to Anyone, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships. I know you're probably wondering yourself, why did you pick a book about talking to people, Baylor? Your mouth never shuts up in class. And yes, that is very true. But I want to better my skills in building relationships to better prepare myself, and that'll make myself better than other people who are trying to build the same relationships as me. So, as life has gone on, in maturing into an adult, I've noticed that it's all about who you know in life, and who you build relationships with can really help you get your career started and make you successful. So throughout the book, I obviously can't talk about 92 things to you guys. So I've gone through, and just for a couple examples, I've gone through, and there's 4 parts. So I'm going to focus on one part a week. And in these parts, I've highlighted stuff that I'm going to work on. All right, guys. So the first tip we're going to take out of part 1 is how to start great small talk, because we've all been there. We've all been there, guys, where we start talking to someone, we just freeze. We're like, what do we say next? How do we get this conversation going? So as I was reading this little section here, it's 2 pages. It has really good advice, but the number one thing I would take away from it, and the number one thing that I think we could all work on, is how it's matching their mood. The person's mood you're trying to start talk with can make or break the sale. So let's say if they're all giddy and happy, you obviously can't start small talk being like, man, this sucks, and being in a bum mood, because if you can relate to that person quick, even by matching their mood, that shows them that you're relatable and they can talk to you. So you can't just vice versa their mood. So making a mood match is really good stuff. So that's one thing I'm going to remember from part 1.
It's week on 1 of my 30-day project here, and week 1 I was reading through a couple highlighted section that I was talking about earlier, but one that really caught my attention was how to be 100% credible all the time. And I feel like as teenagers too, when we get worked up or talking about something, we just say something to say something, and half the time we know it's not true at all, right? Just to win our argument. But as I was reading in this book, it really helped me understand trust is a huge deal. And if you're telling someone that you know this, or this is 100% true, and then they go to research that it's not true, or you were totally wrong, not only is that gonna lose your trust with that person, this could be in relationships, life itself with your parents or family members or friends, or even in business. If you're lying to your business partner or your boss, that's a huge deal, because you just lost that trust. Also too, you'll gain so much more respect if you get into let's say you're in a topic about budget on something for work, and you make up a fake budget, and you totally, I was telling you, you lose that trust, right? But no, let's say you're having this conversation with your boss, and it's escalating, but you say, hey, let me get back to you, so I know I'm 100% right. So that will gain 100% trust, and you still have that respect. So that was one tip I took away from the book this week.
Hey guys, it is currently 11:06 on a Saturday night. I just got done with work here with my friend Allie. Yes?
Woohoo.
Okay, so we're at Dutch in line, and if you've been to Dutch before, you know the conversations they start with you while they're in your face, halfway in your car, taking your order. That's annoying. Anyway, their conversations, they're just bad. So for part 2, I picked how to resurrect a dying conversation. So one of the tips in the book says be a word detective. So keywords you pick out, you can start the conversation by bringing those up again. So Allie's gonna record me, and I'm gonna try and see how this works, but we'll see.
What? Placeholder. Yeah. Okay. What can I get started for you guys?
Can I get
Sorry.
no, you're good. Can I get a medium blackberry watermelon rebel blended?
Blended? Heck yes. That's so funny. That's literally one of my favorite things.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good. Blackberry watermelon honestly is what started me on Rebels.
I only like the blended ones.
Yeah, I feel that. Before they did the machine, they did the hand blended ones. I still will come in and make my own hand blended one. I'm so good. Heck yeah.
Could I get a medium strawberry cake batter frost with whipped cream, please? So other than that, like Rebel that you ordered, do you like any, like, I'm kind of new here, so like,
No, you're okay.
yeah, so any other drinks you like? Like, what would be your favorite? Like Frost, I should say.
Frost.
Yeah.
I actually really like. Have you ever had the cookie one?
No.
The cookie one's really good. I
Okay.
usually do chocolate birthday cake.
Okay.
But I don't know. For me, like I would stick more to like chocolate caramel type stuff. But
Okay.
a lot of people do the fruit. So I guess
Okay.
it kind of depends on what you like.
That makes sense.
Like if you like the fruit, like I don't know. People come up with like weird stuff.
Yeah,
Like
there's so many different things.
yeah.
So I would like to say this book's just really helping in life because me re-inviting conversation made the Dutch worker totally forget about to take Allie's free Dutch card. She still has her free Dutch card, so now she gets 2 free drinks. Just living it up here in the.
Woohoo!
Hey guys, what's up? It's week 3 of the 30-day project, and this week the number 1 tip I'm gonna take from part 3 is how to be a master communicator with your significant other. So this is my girlfriend Sydney. So I was reading the section, and some of the tips were like plan ahead of time. That was the number 1 like increase for better communication. Be a good listener and like be a unifying voice. So the thing that like, if you want to be a good communicator, you should communicate for both of you. So like you have to be that unifying voice. So I'm just gonna, over the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna try to work on my communication. So, and in the conclusion, we'll have Sydney in it, and she'll rate my communication skills over the past 2 weeks. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you think my communication would be right now?
A strong 4.
A strong 4.
Well, considering the fact that I'm just finding out about this right now.
Oh.
So.
Right. And my second question is, out of all the tips in the section of this book, what do you think the number 1 thing is that I could work on?
Planning ahead of time.
Planning ahead of time. And like, what does that do? What does that like do for a relationship? Does it like make it stronger?
Yep.
Yeah? Hey guys, it's Monday. Final week of the 30-day project, week 4. So you know what that means. We're diving into part 4 of the book. So for this one, I just picked one topic because I felt like it was really, really important. I think I really did save the best for last, and this part I think is gonna mean the most to me and gonna help me the most, and I'm probably the one thing I can take away from this book. So it's how to meet the people you want to meet. So as I said in the intro, it's all about who you know in life. I've really noticed that about how you're successful in life, like how you build relationships with people. It's about who you know. So if you guys didn't know this, I'm like a huge soccer fan. Sports, soccer and football, that's like my life. But growing up, sports has been a huge part of my life, and going into college, I'm majoring in sports management. So like recently I've been looking for internships around like mostly Phoenix Rising FC and the Arizona Cardinals, but I'm not old enough to work at the Arizona Cardinals yet. So recently, just a couple days ago, I saw a tweet from Phoenix Rising FC's Twitter, and it was talking about internships, and here's the tweet right here. After I saw this tweet, I was really interested, so I did what like a normal person would do and filled the application out, like wrote my like specialties, like what I would bring to the job, like internship. And then I was thinking after I submitted it, like what can I do to make myself different with this book, like how to meet the people you want to meet. How can I meet the person that I want to meet that will get me this internship, right? So after like investigating a little, looking into like club history, I've actually found out that one of the co-owners of the club is a dad on my little brother's soccer team. So I was very excited to find that out. So last Sunday, actually yesterday, I went up to him and introduced myself and shook his hand, and he was like very surprised like that an 18-year-old was like able to talk to him like this, and he actually gave me the internship like right there on the spot. So now I'll be there before games, like setting up the field. I get to be in like the locker room, but this is like really gonna help me in my college career because I can go into sports management, telling my professor and stuff, yeah, I'm already like have an internship and I'm ready to like move up in the business side of sports. So I'm really excited for that. All right, guys, here we go. Last video of the 30-day project. Pretty excited. Overall, like as we get this conclusion started, I am really happy how this project went. Like I can totally tell you that the 5 tools that I took out of the 92, I know that sounds sort of silly, but I'd rather have 5 small things and remember them in my heart and like in my mind so I can definitely use them in my life, and I feel like they're definitely going to help me than have a little memory of 92 things, right? So I'm really excited how it went. Throughout the book, I like also learned how important it is, like you're not alone, like, and the relationships you build with people is going to make you successful in life and like make you feel better, because no one wants to be alone in this world. Like it's just not in our DNA to be alone. So just a quick recap. Part 1, week 1, we went over how to be 100% credible and how to start great small talk. So the 2 keys I took away from here. So how to be 100% credible. Like I was saying in week 1, it is so much more respectful, so much smarter of you to basically don't say stupid things that you know aren't true, because then just like you sound like an idiot and you lose that trust with someone. So if the one thing I'm going to take for that away from me is just like be patient with your words. Be patient with your words and just don't rush things. Like you'll gain more respect if you're like, wait, I don't know like the 100% truth on this, so let me get back to you. How to start great small talk. That's very important too. We learned about the mood match, which I have used a couple times in this past 3 weeks, and it actually works, because like if you can totally tell someone's down, you're not going to go up all giddy and happy, because 1, that's going to piss them off and they're not going to want to talk to you, and 2, like you become relatable. Like you don't have to be totally bummish with them if you're not in that bad of a mood, but just don't be like completely opposite moods of them, because they're not going to want to talk to you. Then week 2, we went to Dutch and tried a little experiment, how to revive a conversation. So I learned that was really important, because in the video you can see like there's a solid 30 seconds where there's nothing being said, and then I act like I'm totally new to the Phoenix area, which I wasn't. I just wanted to revive the conversation to see how it would work, and it totally worked. Like she started talking to me about like this trifecta flavor crap, and I was like, cool, but I totally just revived the conversation. Like she was actually interested and like excited. I asked her about something, because you could tell she was just kind of like saying generic things when she was taking our order, but like when I asked her about that, she was actually having a conversation with us, which was cool. So and she actually forgot to take Allie's free card, so there's pluses. It was a huge plus. And then week 3, I did the challenge with Sydney, my girlfriend, on how to communicate with your significant other. So I think that went pretty well. So in the beginning, she rated my communication skills at a 4, a strong 4, I should say. So over the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to like work on my communication skills. So like any time we were together or anything like that was involving the both of us, I tried to like plan ahead of time, because that was her #1 thing I needed to work on. I also tried to like be the unifying voice and be a good listener. So she's gonna tell us how I did, but how'd I do?
You did really good about giving me notice ahead of time, but I mean, you didn't improve that much on the listening part, but that's good.
And then the final piece, which I thought was the most important to me and actually got me an internship, which was really exciting, was how to meet the people you want to meet. So I got that internship with Phoenix Rising, and I met the person I wanted to meet by just like doing my research a little and being the chooser, not the choosee, like I told you guys. So if you go out and do your work, like you work hard and you want to be the person chosen, you want to be the chooser. You want to tell them, choose me over that, like over that person. Don't even give them an option. So overall, guys, I'm like really excited at how this project went. I can't wait till you guys all see it, and I'm gonna miss this class. First hour is a great time. Miss Henry, a great gal, and peace out. This is the end of my 30-day project.